The fourth day session topic is the role of engineering in drug design, molecular talking. I welcome Dr. Haris Babu. Now I request Mr. J. Tamba to introduce the resource person.
Good morning, one and all gather here. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our today chief guest, Dr. J. Haribabu, on this great occasion. That is NEC SH Web Talk, the fourth day of international webinar organized by Department of Science and Humanities, National Engineering College, Kayanagar, Koilpatti. Dr. J. Haribabu is currently working as a postdoctoral fellow of Japan Society for the Promotion of Science, Tokyo University of Science, Japan. He finished his UG in Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati. He completed his Master of Science in VIT, Chennai, VIT, Vellore. He did his PhD in NIT, Trichy, on the title of DNA protein binding and anti-cancer activity of nickel, palladium, and ruthenium complexes bearing heterocyclic thiosemicarbazole ligands. He completed 1-year internship in Taiwan, and also he has published more than 40 papers in highly reputed journals. On this great occasion, I took privilege to introduce our chief guest, Dr. J. Haribabu. I thank the organizers and my fellow colleagues to give this opportunity to me. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So thank you, sir. So good morning to all. So I am J. Haribabu. Currently, I am working as a JSP postdoc fellow, Tokyo Institute of Science. So in this talk, I will explain how the molecular docking study helped to drug design and designing of new anti-cancer agents. So content of today talk, so introduction about drug and drug discovery and molecular docking and importance of metal-based anti-cancer agents and their thiazomycarbazole properties. So biological applications of palladium complexes with heterocyclic thiazomycarbozones and the synthesis of water-soluble ruthenoarine complexes for biomolecular interactions, docking study, and anti-cancer activity, and molecular docking studies on the therapeutic agents for COVID-19, and finally summary. So what is a drug? So drugs are chemical substances which are either natural or synthetic. So drugs also called as medicine or pharmaceutical drug. The natural drugs derived from the natural sources like plants. Synthetic drugs are derived from the chemicals. These drugs are used to treat and cure, prevent or diagnose of disease, or to prevent the well-being. How these drugs will work in the body? So first, the drugs interact with proteins or DNA in the body and affect the physiological functions. This is the general idea behind all the medicines. For developing potential drug, it will take 15 to 20 years. This figure shows the development of drug in the first stage. So design and the synthesis of compounds. So on these compounds subjected to in vitro in vivo biological applications. So after successful compounds enter into clinical development. So after passing this all phases, it is approved as a drug for treatment of various diseases. So in the next slide, so I will explain how molecular docking study helped to drug design and designing of new drugs. So molecular docking study is a theoretical
Sorry
study.
for disturb you, Mr. Dr. Haribabu. You didn't share the slide. So kindly share your slide.
I'm
presentation
not
slide.
understanding, sir. Sir?
So I request you to present your screen.
Okay. So then, so molecular docking studies is very important for discovery and designing the new drugs, and it is useful to understanding between the molecules and biomolecules. And docking study attempt to find the best matching between the two molecules. When they see this picture in Soyamaram, to find the best match for bride for among the all. So like this, the molecular docking study will help to find the potential drug for the treatment of various diseases. The schematic representation of the molecular docking study is shown here. There are a few stages in this study. One is select of a target a receptor from protein database, and design and synthesis of some bioactive compounds and convert into 3D format. So after this compound is subjected to docking to analyze the docking results. From these docking results, சொல்லுங்க சார். சார் பேப்பரா சார்? ஆ ஆ ஆ ஆ வரலையா? ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார். அப்படிங்களா? வந்துச்சு இப்போ சார். ஹலோ, இப்போ காட்டுதா சார்? பிபிடி வரலையா? ஸோ 1 minute சார். ஓகே. இப்போ சார், இப்போ கூட வரலையா? இப்போ ஓகேவா சார்? ஹலோ சார், வருதா சார்? சார் இப்போ சார் என்ன சார்? ப்ரெசென்ட் அதுதான் கொடுத்தேன் சார். இப்போ சார்? ஓகே சார். தேங்க்யூ சார். ஐ ஸ்டார்ட் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்டார்டிங். ஓகே தேங்க்யூ சார். Okay, sir. Thank you. Sorry for inconvenience. I am Haribabu. Currently, I am working as a JSPS postdoc fellow at Tokyo University of Science. So, in this talk, I will explain how the molecular docking study will help to drug discovery and designing new anti-cancer drugs. So, content of today's talk. So, introduction about drug and drug discovery and molecular docking and importance of thiochemic metal-based anti-cancer agents and heterocyclic thiochemical bosons, and biological applications of palladium complexes with heterocyclic thiochemical bosons, and synthesis of water-soluble ruthenoarine complexes for biomolecular interactions, and docking study and anti-cancer activity, and molecular docking studies on the therapeutic agent for the COVID-19, and finally, summary. First, what is a drug? So, drugs are chemical substances which either natural or synthetic. So, drugs also called as medicine or pharmaceutical drug. The natural drugs are derived from the natural resources like plants. Synthetic drugs are derived from the chemicals. These drugs are used to treat and cure, prevent the or diagnosis of disease or to prevent the well-being. How these drugs will work in our body. So drugs interact with the proteins or DNA in the body and affect the physiological functions. This is the general idea behind all the medicines. So in this slide, the potential drug developing, it will take 15 to 20 years, and this figure represents the development of one drug. So first stage, drug discovery. So after synthesis of the compounds are subjected to in vitro in vivo biological applications. After significant compounds enter into clinical development. So after the active compound in the clinical development to approved as a drug. In the next slide, I will explain how the molecular tracking study will help to in drug discovery. So molecular tracking study is a theoretical study. It is important for drug discovery and designing the new drugs, and it is useful for understanding between the drugs and biomolecules. So docking attempt to find the best matching between the two molecules. When you look into this picture, in Swayavaram, to find the best match for the bride from the among the all. So in this molecular docking study to help to find the potential drug for developing the treatment of various diseases. This is the schematic representation of molecular docking study. There are some stages in the docking. First, you need to select the target receptor from protein data bank. So after that, you need to design and synthesis of bioactive compound and convert into 3D format and subjected to docking study. So after analyzing the docking results, a form of binding energy, a score, and so on. So from this energy score, we will find the potential drug in this study. The molecular docking studies are two types. One is rigid docking and flexible docking. So in 1890, Fisher proposed a model called as lock and key model that explained how the biological system function. In the substrate fit into active site of the macromolecule, just like key fit into the lock. So this is a flexible docking study. So introduced by the Daniel 1950. The basic idea of this study is recognize the process in both the ligand and target manually adapt to each other through the small conformation changes until they appear as a complex. These are some software using for the docking study, Autodock and Gold, Schrodinger, so on so. So after that, we know well-known anti-cancer cisplatin and their derivatives are well-known anti-cancer agent for treatment of various cancers. So due to the several side effects, so researchers searching for new metal complexes with less toxicity with high activity in the cancer cells. So in this regard, we design and synthesis of palladium complexes and ruthenium arene complex for the biological application. So before going to topic, there is a small introduction about what is the cell, what is the DNA, cancer, types of the cancer, treatment for the cancer, and the causes for the cancer. So our body made of trillions of cells, the number of cells to form the tissues, the number of tissues to form the organ, number of organs to form the system. That is nothing but our body. In the cell, the genetic material present in the nucleus of the chromosome. The chromosomes are thread-like structure. So each chromosome made of protein and a single molecule of deoxyribonucleic acid. So the DNA is made of three main parts. One is nucleobases and ribosugar and phosphate. So there are four types of nucleobases. One is adenine and thionine and guanine and cytosine. The guanine always pair with the cytosine through 3 hydrogen bond, and thionine pair with adenine through 2 hydrogen bond. Then normally the cell division in the human body. So one cell undergoes cell division to form the two daughter cells. So in this process, there are 4 stages are there. One in G1 phase, an S phase, and G2 phase, and mitotic phase. So after completing the 4 stages, one cell will form the two daughter cells. So this is a difference between the normal cell division and cancer cell division. So normal cell division, the normal cell undergoes cell division to form the two daughter cells. The further the daughter cells will involve in the cell cycle to form the corresponding daughter cells. In this process, if any cell will damage, the damage in no repair that get suicide, this process is called apoptosis. In the whereas in the cancer cell division, the damaged cell further involved in the growth uncontrolled manner is called the cancer. The cancer is nothing but abnormal uncontrolled cell growth in the cells. It spread to other part of the body. So the damaged cell is nothing but the damage of DNA. So the damaged DNA undergoes repair in presence of repair enzymes such as endonuclease and exonucleases. If the damaged DNA successfully repaired, no hazardous. If the repair is failed, is caused a cell death. If repair is incomplete, is a mutation. This mutation causes the cancer. This is a difference between the healthy cells and disease cell. So in a rate of DNA damage equal to rate of repair, and disease cell, the rate of DNA damage is greater than rate of repair. There are 5 lakhs DNA modification will be occur in one per day in one cell. If damaged cell successfully repaired, it again this is involved in the metabolism. If unsuccessful repair is causes the cancer and apoptosis. This is a main difference between the normal cells as well as cancer cell. The main difference is in the DNA modification as well as the morphology. So what are the possible causes for the cancer? Smoking and tobacco, unhealthy diet, a lack of physical activity, so alcohol uses, and exposed to radiation like X-ray radiation, so ultraviolet radiation. So for some infection from the bacteria and viruses, using of some drugs. These are the some causes for the cancer. So different types of the cancers shown in the figure. For example, breast cancer, liver cancer, and upper stomach cancer, pancreatic. There are above 100 types of cancers are affected in the human body. So nowadays, cancer is one of the most important problem in the world, which claims numerous deaths in each and every year in the developed countries. So according to World Health Organization, by 2020, the cancer death around 630,000. So 1.9 million were found as a So these are the cancer treatment for options: immunotherapy, radiotherapy, and targeted therapy, chemotherapy, bone marrow transplantation, surgery, so hormone therapy. In surgery and chemotherapy, radiation therapy commonly used in the hospitals. In surgery, so the cancer part removed by the doctor from the cancer patient and give the chemo drugs to prevent the spreading of the cancer one part to another part. So in radiation therapy, the cancer part exposed to the radiation to kill the cancer cells. In chemotherapy, using the chemo drugs to kill the cancer cells. How these drugs will work in the body? The chemo drugs will bind with the DNA of the cancer cell and stop the growing and kill the cancer cell and spreading one part to another part. So cisplatin is the first metal-based anti-cancer agent. So discovered by the Rosenberg in 1965. So the cisplatin and carboplatin, oxaliplatin, these 3 drugs are commonly used in the worldwide for treatment of 50 to 70% of cancers in the cancer therapy. So nedaplatin, so approved by the Japan, so used for the treatment of the lung cancer, and lovaplatin, so used in the China for a treatment of the breast and so lung cancer. So for gastric cancer, so iptaplatin used in the Korea. When you look into the mechanism of cisplatin, this is a cisplatin. After entering the cell, the chlorine atoms replaced by the water. This is an aqua complex. So this aqua complex bind with the DNA in the guanidine to stop the growth of these cells and damage DNA to stop the growth of cancer one part to another part. And a majority of anti-cancer drugs are not cancer cell specific and high toxic against normal cells also. This has a open and new active research area in the medicinal chemistry for developing the new anti-cancer agent. In recent years, most of anti-cancer drugs are derived from the metal-based therapeutic agents. These are some common side effects from cisplatin from other drugs. So vomiting, diarrhea, temporary air loss, dry mouth and skin, and dark urine, kidney failures. This side effects, this has an open and new and active research area for developing the new anti-cancer agents. So thiazomyc carbozones are thiourea derivatives. In particularly, the heterocyclic thiazomyc carbozones are class of highly potent inhibitor of ribonucleotide reductase enzyme. It is responsible for the synthesis and repair of DNA. These following four thiazomyc carbozone based drugs are under phase 1, phase 2 clinical trial. So using for treatment of various cancers. The complexes with heterocyclic thiazomyc carbozones have considerable interest in the medicinal chemistry because of their wide range of biological applications such as antibacterial, antiviral, so antioxidant, anti-cancer, so on so. So these are the various coordination modes of thiazomyc carbozone so far reported in the literature. So chromones are well-known bioactive compounds. The chromones and their functional compounds used for the treatment of various diseases like cancers and diabetic, inflammatory, infection diseases. So palladium complexes are the alternative agent for the treatment of cancer because of their structural and thermodynamic similarity to platinum complexes. So we are searching for new metal complexes having strong binding with biomolecules and highly active in the cancer cell, in vitro and in vivo studies, and less toxicity against normal cells, no side effects, and DNA cleavage ability. This lead to cytotoxicity of the complexes. Inspired by the utility of the palladium and chromones and heterocyclic thiazomyc carbozone, we started to synthesis of chromone-based palladium complexes. This paper recently published in the Journal of Inorganic Biochemistry. This is a schematic representation of synthesis of palladium complexes. Here, the chromone ligand react with the palladium precursor in presence of methanol, room temperature for 10 to 30 minutes to form the unexpected palladium complexes, a pyrrole-based thiourea complex than the expected one. The unexpected complex, well characterized by the various spectroscopic techniques. The difference between the ligand and complex spectra shown here. This is a proton and C13 NMR spectra. When look into proton NMR spectra of the ligand, A and B protons and disappear in the complex spectra and appearance of OH and pyrazole CH protons in this spectrum. And there is a interchange between the thiocarbonyl carbon and carbonyl carbon. These spectral studies clearly indicate that the formation of the complexes. This is a proposed mechanism for the formation of the complexes. The chromone thiazomyc carbozone converted into pyrazole thiourea ligands in presence of palladium precursor, which may be happened through the Michael addition, ring opening, cyclization, and form the complexes. This is the first report. Synthesis of this type of complexes through the various steps in the one reaction. This in ligand so will react with the palladium precursor to form the bidentate complex. In the bidentate complex, the methanol undergoes Michael addition, the CT position to form the Michael adduct. After this Michael adduct so it undergoes in the ring opening and cyclization to form the so unexpected palladium complex. Further, the mechanism were studied by the mass and NMR spectroscopy. The mass spectrum and NMR spectrum shown here. First, we taken ligand in the deuterated methanol and added a palladium precursor. So immediately that reaction mixture will analyze the mass analysis. From the mass spectra, we found the molecular ion peak around 690 is corresponding to the complex formation. So after that, the reaction further, we continue for the another 10 minutes, the similar condition, again the complex mixture subject to mass analysis. There is no change in the fragmentation of the mass spectrum. This result suggests that formation of the complexes. So and this NMR spectra shown the difference between the ligand and corresponding complex and palladium precursor. And after starting the palladium precursor add to the corresponding ligand and the so after 10 minutes this spectral changes suggest that the formation of the palladium complex. Then interest point in the spectroscopy, we expected that the pyrazole CH proton has a singlet, but we found that is a doublet, which may be the interaction between the phosphorus and pyrazole CH proton. Similar interactions and similar type of pattern will observed in the CH protons of the phenyl ring in the triphenyl phosphine between the phosphorus. This so interaction were confirmed by the proton P31 HMBC spectroscopy. And this is the crystal structure of the ligands and complexes. From this study, we confirm the so exact structure of the ligands as well as complexes. The complexes existed in the dextral square panel geometry. Interestingly, there is a intramolecular hydrogen bond found between so carbonyl oxygen and hydroxy hydrogen. This type of interactions are very important in the so biological applications. For DNA protein binding studies, DNA is an important cellular receptor and DNA molecular target in the designing new anti-cancer drugs for the treatment of various cancers. So proteins are main molecular target in the action of the proteins as the serum proteins perform the transport and distribution accumulation of the drug in the tumor tissues. Therefore, the study of the binding properties of the metal complex with the biomolecule is a great significance for the designing of new so anti-cancer agents for the cancer therapy. Generally, so cytotoxicity of the anti-cancer drugs is related to their ability to bind with the DNA through covalent or non-covalent. The DNA binding interactions are two types, and covalent interaction, non-covalent interaction. For covalent interaction, so example for cisplatin, when you look into previous mechanism of cisplatin, the chlorine is replaced by the water molecule, the aqua composite interact with the DNA, so to form the bond between so guanidine, nitrogen, and the platinum, so to stop the growth of cancer cells. So non-covalent interaction, this again is two types. So intercalation binding, group binding. So for example, ethylium bromide is the good example for the intercalation binding. That binding mode shown in this figure. From this figure, we understand the how the ethylium bromide so penetrate into between the two nuclear bases. This type of interaction is called so intercalation binding mode. So in group binding, again the group binding are two types. So minor group binding, major group binding. If the compound so interact with the minor group of the DNA, that is called minor group binding. Where compound is interact with the DNA in a major group place, that is called major group binding. These are the commonly types of the so binding binding modes. So after that, the synthesized compounds, we study the DNA interaction. So using absorption spectroscopy and emission and viscosity study. This is the absorption spectra of the complex. First, we need to fix the concentration of the complex. So after addition of the DNA, there is a decrease in the absorption intensity. This spectral changes indicate that the complex interact with the DNA. This changes is plotted and KB value are calculated and values are tabled here. So after that, the intercalation binding mode of the complex was confirmed by the fluorescence spectroscopy using yttrium bromide displacement study. This is a yttrium bromide alone show the emission intensity below the 200. So after addition of the DNA, the emission intensity increase due to the intercalation between the yttrium bromide and DNA. So after that, addition of the complex, there is a gradually decrease in the emission intensity. This changes suggest that complex interact with the DNA through the intercalation by replacing the yttrium bromide, and K quenching value are calculated from the 10-mole plot and values also tablet here. From this study, we confirm that the complex 2 showing good binding with the DNA than the other compound. So after that, we know experimentally the complex 2 showing good binding with DNA. How? What is the possible interactions? For that, so we study the molecular docking. So using AutoDock, see here the feature, the DNA. So how the complex interact between the two nucleobases. This is a zoomed image. So the binding score are shown here this table. From this table, the complex 2 showing high binding energy than the other compounds. These are the possible interactions between the DNA and complexes. The first, the carbonyl oxygen interact with the nitrogen atom of the cytosine to form the hydrogen bond. So another hydrogen bond formed between oxygen in the hydroxy group and the NH atom of the guanidine. These two five number rings form the 5-pi interaction with the cytosine and guanidine, and the terminal phenyl rings show pi-pi interaction with the cytosine and guanidine. In triphenyl phosphine in the complex show the hydrophobic interaction with the targeted DNA molecule. So from this we understand why complex showed more binding with the DNA than the other compound. So after that, positive results from the DNA binding. So we started to study the anti-cancer activity of the compounds in the 3 cancer cell lines. One is lung cancer, A549, and FG2 liver cancer cells, and lymphoma cancer cells, U937. And this graph represents the percentage of cell death versus concentration. From this graph, we calculate the IC50 value, values on tablet here. From this, we found the complex 2, more active in the FG2 cells than the other cancer cells with the IC50 value 10.4 micromolar, and better activity than the well-known anti-cancer agent cisplatin, and comparable with the dextrorubicin, denorubicin anti-cancer agents. These are the 4 types of cell death mechanisms. One is apoptosis, necrosis, autophagy, paraptosis. So apoptosis is nothing but programmed cell death. It normally occur in the normal cells. The apoptosis is nothing but bubbling and cell shrinkage, nuclear fragmentation, chromatin condensation, DNA fragmentation, which maintain the health of cells. So necrosis is the damage seriously to cells. That means the swelling of the organelles and plasma membrane rupture shown. The autophagy is nothing but lysosomal degradation. Paraptosis, cytoplasmic evacuations. So then we study the effect of the complex to the morphology of the cancer cells. This is a control cells of the FG2 cells, and treated with this control cell with three different concentration of the complexes: 10.4 micromolar, 20.8 micromolar, 31.2 micromolar. So when compared with this control cells, there is a drastic change in the morphology, which indicate the complex induce the morphology changes in the due to cancer cells. So after that, the anti-cancer used in the chemotherapy based on the ability to induce apoptosis in the cancer cells. For this, we study the flow cytometry analysis for the confirm the type of cell death in the cancer cells by complexes. This is a control cells. This R2 is the live cells, and R3 is a early apoptotic cells, and R4 is a late apoptotic cells, R5 is the dead cells. So after treating this two different concentration of the complex, there is a drastic change in the live cells, the gradually increase in the early apoptotic cells and late apoptotic cells and dead cells. That means the complexes induce the cell death through the apoptotic cells. From this analysis, we confirm the complexes induce the cell death through the apoptotic cell death mechanism. So after we know the cancer is nothing but overgrowth of the cancer cells by stop the overgrowth of the cells by arresting the cell cycle analysis. So in this connection, we study the effect of the complexer towards cell cycle analysis. So and we subjected to control cell with three different concentration of the complexes. There is a change in the G1 phase. That means the complexes arrest in the G1 phase. So by arresting the G1 phase, further we spreading of the cancer one part to another part we can stop. So further we confirm already Western blot analysis, apoptotic cell death mechanism. Generally, the programmed cell death activated by two pathways. One is intrinsic pathway and extrinsic pathway. So in this intrinsic pathway, BCL2 and BOX and cytochrome capase present in the mitochondria. So after treating the IC50 concentration of the complexes, there is a down regulation or up regulation of the anti-apoptic genes and pro-apoptic cells. So and this changes suggest that the cell death through the apoptosis in the mitochondrial pathway. The proposed cell death mechanism shown here, the complex bind the DNA and damage the DNA and arrest the G1 phase and release the cytochrome after down regulation, up regulation of BAX and BCL2 is activate the capase 3. The capase 3 activate the apoptotic cell death through mitochondrial signaling pathway. So after that, we move on to next work. So water soluble compounds are very important for drug designing. So and the water soluble complex also very less in the literature. So we based on this changing in the ligand system, we design and synthesis water soluble mono and binuclear complexes with a small change in the ligand and for biological applications. This paper is published in the Organometallics. So before going to work, there is a small introduction about why ruthenium-arene complex are important. So these ruthenium-arene complex are similar ligand exchange kinetic to the platinum complex, capable to interfere with the iron metabolism, the high selectivity in the cancer cells, and low toxicity in the normal cells, so less side effects and structural integrity. This is the ruthenium-arene complex look like a PNR stool. The arene occupy the sheet and three legs which occupy the ligand and labile nature of the atoms. The labile compounds may be halides or PTA ligand. How the pharmaceutical properties can be vary using the ruthenium-arene complexes. This is a framework of ruthenium complex. This is ruthenium. So this moiety show hydrophobic interaction with the DNA, and the R equal to maybe alkyl or aryl. This may be stable or is inhibit the enzyme, and X, Y, and Z. The X and Y is the labile group. So the labile groups will undergo the activation by replacing this labile moiety with water, the aqua complex to form the bond with the DNA like cisplatin. So in Z and Y is the ligand. Maybe this is monodentate ligand or bidentate complex, bidentate ligand. By varying the ligand and tuning the ligand, vary the biological properties. So based on this interesting points of the ruthenium compound, so we design the synthesis of ruthenium complexes in the for biological applications. These are evolution of ruthenium-arene complexes. 1965, ruthenium-based amine compound developed. So after NAMI A, KP1019, these are already in clinical trial, and due to some side effect, so they avoided this compound further clinical trial. This RM175 and Rapta C and Rapta B, these are the arene-based so metal complexes already in a clinical trial. So mostly showing the good activity. So for developing the new anti-cancer agent based on ruthenium compounds. This is the synthesis of ruthenium-arene complexes. So when you look into this scheme, here R equal to hydrogen. So this ligand react with the ruthenium paraxine ligand in presence of toluene at room temperature to give the mononuclear complexes, whereas R equal to methyl to give the binuclear complex in the similar condition. Why? There is a small change in the substitution to give the nuclearity difference, and further this nuclearity will understand through the DFT calculation. For mononuclear complex of the NH2 substitution, giving the binuclear complex to need 14.7 kilocalorie energy, whereas methyl substitution 11.5 kilocalorie energy is sufficient for the conversion of mononuclear to binuclear complex. That's why the R equal to methyl to give the binuclear complex. So after that, this mono and binuclear complex confirmed by the characterized by the various spectroscopic studies, and the structure of the mono and binuclear complex confirmed by the single crystal XRD. So then again, we study the DNA binding and protein binding studies with the biomolecules. So and these results are shown here. So using absorption spectra and emission and CD and viscosity studies, so we confirm the complexes interact with the DNA through the intercalation. The Kb and K quenching values also shown here. Further, the DNA cleavage ability also very important for designing the new anti-cancer agents. So when you look into this picture, so this is a control. This is in presence of mononuclear and binuclear. So the binuclear complex shows more DNA cleavage ability than the mononuclear complex. So further, protein binding studies also were study for these complexes. Here also the binuclear complex show good binding with protein, which was confirm the absorption spectra and fluorescence spectroscopy studies. So interestingly, we don't know why the binuclear complex show good binding with biomolecules. So and we understand through the molecular docking study that docking purpose is shown here. This is a mononuclear complex and binuclear complexes. This is a complex with the protein. The binding energy also shown here. This docking study using AutoDock software. The binding energy are shown here. The binuclear complex showed good binding energy with biomolecules. So from this positive results, and we understand why the binuclear complex show good binding with the biomolecules. Further, we will study the cytotoxicity of the compound in the 2 cancer cell lines and 1 normal cell line on lung cancer, liver cancer, and 929 normal cells. And the IC50 values are shown here. The complex binuclear show good binding, good activity in A549 as well as FG2 cancer cell lines, and better activity than the cisplatin in the A549 cancer cell. And these compounds very less toxicity towards the normal cell, which indicate the compounds are specifically active towards the cancer cell than the normal cells. Further, the cell death mechanism were confirmed by the study the staining method, DNA fragmentation, and flow cytometry analysis. This is the control cell. After treating with the IC50 concentration of the complex, there is a drastic change in the morphology. The changes is shown in the arrows. This arrow show the apoptotic cells in the cancer cells. This DNA fragmentation pattern is similar to the apoptosis cell death mechanism. Further, the cell death mechanism was confirmed by the flow cytometry analysis. When you compare the control cells, treated with the control with the IC50 concentration of the binuclear complex, there is a drastic change in the live cells and early apoptosis around 69% and 30% of late apoptosis. These all three studies conclude that the complexes induce the cell death through the apoptosis cell death mechanism. So previously we attempt synthesis of chromone-based palladium complexes, but we found unexpected compound. By changing this small reaction condition, maybe we achieve the targeted chromone-based palladium complexes. So it is a possible trapping reaction intermediate during the reaction. Yes, it is possible. So by changing the reaction condition, maybe we can trap the intermediate. This is a previous reaction, how that formed from the corresponding ligand and precursor, the mechanism. This is the present work. The ligand react with the palladium precursor, similar condition in presence under nitrogen atmosphere to give the tridentate, chromone-based palladium complexes through the Michael addition. This type of synthesis is the first report in the literature, as well as the designing this type of metal complexes is useful for catalysis as well as biological applications. So further, this compounds well characterized by the UV visible and other spectroscopic techniques. Again, further, we study the difference between the proton NMR, C13 NMR, between ligand and complexes. So when look at the spectra, A proton disappear and the B proton is shifted to lower chemical shift and appearance of OCH3 proton as well as OCH proton in the proton NMR and presence of OCH3 carbon in the C13 spectrum. From this, we confirm the complex formed through the Michael addition. Further, the structure of the complex is confirmed by the single crystal XRD. So here, see the OCH3 group present in the C2 position. So that means the complex formed through the Michael addition. So similar to previous mechanism, first the ligand react with the palladium to form the bidentate complex. In the bidentate complex, in methanol undergoes Michael addition to C2 position to form the corresponding Michael addict product. This Michael addict product further undergoes one more coordination with the oxygen atom of the hydrogen to form the tridentate Michael addict palladium complexes. So further, again we characterize by the phosphorus NMR. From this NMR, we confirm the presence of PP3 group in the complex. So again, for these complexes, we study the DNA and protein binding. The values also shown here. From overall results says that the complex with the cyclohexyl group show good binding with the DNA as well as protein, which further understand the through molecular tracking study. So from this molecular tracking study, see how the complex interact with the two DNA between the two base pairs. These are the possible interactions between the complex and targeted DNA. First, the terminal NH proton interact with the oxygen atom of the phosphate group to form the two hydrogen bonds. So after that, the oxygen atom present in the OCH3 interact with the NH2 atom in the cytosine to form the one more hydrogen bond. The oxygen present in the ring to form the hydrogen bond with the NH2 atom of the cytosine and guanine. So further, the terminal cyclohexyl group and phenyl rings into triphenyl phosphate. So hydrophobic interaction with the targeted DNA. So similar type of hydrophobic interaction and polar interaction were found between the complex and protein. From this study, we understand how the complex 3 show good binding with the DNA as well as protein. From positive results from these studies, further we will study the anti-cancer activity in 4 different cancer cell lines and 1 normal cell lines, and the results are shown here. So interestingly, compared with the previous unexpected palladium complex, the tridentate palladium complex showed the activity in nanomolar, so around 500 nanomolar to 900 nanomolar in the pancreatic cancer cell lines as well as cisplatin resistant cancer cell lines. And these complex cells very less toxicity towards the normal cell lines, which also confirmed by the MTT assay. And these results also were compared with well-known benchmark anti-cancer agents like cisplatin, carboplatin, and gemcitabine. So this complex showed better activity than the well-known anti-cancer agents. So further, the mode of cell death are confirmed by the staining method. So the ROS generators also additionally we studied the numerous anti-cancer agents stimulate the apoptosis via ROS generation. So for this connection, we study the ROS generation using DCFHDA staining method. From results also shown here. This is a control cell showed intensity around 50.5. After treating this complex, this control cell, there is a change in the intensity of DCF. This conclude that there is a generation of ROS during the apoptosis process. Further, the effect of the complexes studied in the cell cycle analysis and the complexes induce cell cycle arrest in the G1 phase. And further, the Western blot analysis, we confirm the cell death process through the mitochondrial signaling pathway. The proposed mechanism also shown here. The complex interact with the biomolecule, so as well as to generate the ROS and to activate the cytochrome C from the mitochondria. It activates the caspase-9 and caspase-3 is a trigger the cell death through the apoptosis mechanism. So nowadays, the coronavirus disease creating problem in all the countries. So day by day, the new cases increase. So until today, there are 74 lakhs new cases are found in the world, and death around 4 lakhs 17,000. For this, we need to design good drugs for treatment of this coronavirus. This is the structure of the virus. So we studied the docking study between the compounds with the DNA that COVID-19 main protease, and this compared with chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine. This is a binding energy. The interaction between the protein and this compound shown this in figure. From this study, the complex 3 show good binding with this protein. That means this may be a good antiviral drug for in future. So the complex 3 showed a good binding energy and non-bonding interaction with the active sites of the amino acid in the receptor. So further, the in vitro studies will be carried out for the so this complex the establishing the clinical antiviral agents. In summary, we design and synthesis of novel palladium complexes, new synthetic method, and characterize and biological application, and a synthesis of water-soluble ruthenium complex for anti-cancer activity. So all the compounds showed good binding with the biomolecules, and the compound showed highly selectively active in the cancer cell and less toxicity towards normal cells, and the cell death through the so apoptosis, which was through the ROS generation, which also confirmed by the various techniques. So interestingly, the complexes with COVID-19 main protease shows higher than the chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine drugs. So in vitro or in vivo experiments will be carried out for the active complex for establishing the potential clinical drug for treatment of so antiviral um, viruses in the future. So acknowledgement. So my research career started from the Dr. V.S.R. Reddy in CSR Institute, Central Leather Research Institute in Chennai. So after that, my PhD studied under the guidance of Dr. R. Karvembu. In the absence of my supervisor, so I need to say thank for him. He giving a lot of support and motivation during my course, and as well as till now, she is helping to designing of new molecules for the developing new anti-cancer agent for the for cancer therapy. So after during my research, during my PhD course, I visited Koshan Medical University, and in this university we designed ruthenium arene complexes, and this complex showed good binding with biomolecule as well as so good activity in the cisplatin resistant cancer cells. So now I'm working on Dr. Sinhoki, and we are designing new iridium complexes with luminescent properties. These complexes maybe will act as a anti-cancer and bioimaging biomarker for developing new drugs in the cancer therapy. So, and I thank to my research colleagues and my friends and my research, my group members. And these are some papers published in the so various journals. So this is number of papers, my contact details. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you for one and all. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much. So, this is Anaraj from National Engineering College, Kovilpatti. So, it is very pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for the today's lecture. So, given by Dr. Haribabu, he is from postdoctoral fellow from Japan. Okay, so he has emphasized the work which he has done during his PhD time, and the presentation was very nice and clearly explained the each and every part of the research. Okay, so I thank once again I thank the resource person, Mr. Dr. Haribabu, for delivering the nice lecture, and also I thank all the participants who patiently listened the lecture the last 1 hour. Okay, thank you one and all. Thank you for this opportunity. Okay, now the session is open for discussion. If anyone have doubts, clarification, you can interact with the resource person. And also you can type your questions in the chat box also.
Dr. Hari,
Hello, sir.
you can read some audience are asked some question in chat box.
I'm seeing, sir.
Uh, there are two questions. One is from Prabha Priya and another one is from Ilakya. Have you seen?
Yes, sir. So it is possible we can do the using the UV and emission and viscosity studies will find the type of interaction between the biomolecules and drugs.
So any other question from the audience? Okay. So everybody wants. Sugant, do you have any question? Suganta, sorry, Suganta.
Sir, basically, sir.
Okay, as there is no questions, we can conclude this talk. And also, I welcome all of you for the tomorrow, the last lecture of this lecture series. So tomorrow we will have the lecture at 2 o'clock. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And the topic is mitochondrial biology, the fat of glucose, given by Sony Deswal. So I request all of you to attend the tomorrow lecture also. So thank you one and all. Thank you so much for your participation. Thank you.
You put it.